I started taking drugs soon after my dad's death, and I started when I was 15 years old. I didn't like being an addict. I wanted to stop. And that's when I picked up this book called Synchronicity by Carl Jung. Jung was a disciple of Freud's, and they were kind of the co-fathers of modern psychiatry. Jung says people who believe in God get better faster, and that the recovery is more durable than people who do not. And so I just said there's a God up there watching me 24 hours a day, and that life is just a series of tests. And every day is broken to about 40 different decisions, and I invested each one of those decisions with a moral dimension. For example, when the alarm goes off in the morning, do I stay in bed with my indolent thoughts, or do I jump right out of bed and get the day going? Do I hang up the towels after I get out of my shower? Or do I say, that's somebody else's job, I'm too busy for that, I'm too important for that? But 6 weeks after I got sober, my life began to get big quickly. And I was running through National Airport, and I was late for a plane, and it was mission critical. I had to be on that plane. And as I was running, I was putting a stick of Dentyne in my mouth. And I rolled up the wrapper, and I was running past a trash can, and I threw the wrapper, and it made a perfect arc right swish into the middle of the trash can. But as I was running past, I saw I must have hit something in there, and it bounced back out. And I said to myself, well, that's God's fault, because I made the shot. And maybe 40, 50, 60 steps later, it just started eating at me. And I finally put the brakes on, and I went back and put the wrapper in. I did make the plane. But for me, probably the most important thing I did that day was to put that wrapper back in that trash can, because staying in that posture of surrender, even when the cash and prize are flowing into your life, is the hard part, because my inclination is to say, thanks God, I got it from here, and then take the wheel and drive the car off the cliff again. And the challenge is, for somebody like me, it's how do you stay in that posture of surrender? What I find is when I do the little things right, that God takes care of the big things. Addiction is about ultimately abusing power, and we're all given certain powers. You have the power to make people laugh. People have education, they have connections, they have money, whatever the power is. The challenge, even as the power amplifies, is how do we make sure it's not being deployed to serve selfish ends, but it's, being deployed for some higher purpose.